Hello and welcome to Lainey Sips. Tonight I am reviewing one of the strangest teas I have ever encountered, or at least that I've encountered in the past year that I've been reviewing teas. This is a coffee flavored tea. It's called Yin-Yang, and I got it from Shui tea, which is a new mail order tea company based here in Chicago. And it is a little cake made up of a little pressed tea cake, which I cannot show you because I only had one and I had to use it to infuse the tea. But it's Chinese black tea leaves, hong cha, pressed with a single whole coffee bean. And it's a very strange thing. So I sniffed the little cake, and it was definitely coffee notes definitely dominated. Coffee has a much stronger scent than tea does. And I infused it, and it infused to a nice dark brown liquor. I have second infusion here. This is a little bit lighter than the first infusion. Now, this nifty thing was that the coffee came in the form of a whole bean. I was worried that it was coffee grounds, and I thought that would really, really be overpowering. But the whole bean actually worked to flavor the tea. It's more like a coffee tinted tea rather than a absolute blend of the two. Because while the coffee definitely dominates in the nose in the dry form, as you infuse it, you can definitely smell the black tea. The coffee is still probably the first thing you smell, but the back note is very strong, and that is of tea. And then, of course, when you sip it, it's very, very smooth. You definitely taste robust black tea, but you also taste this hint of coffee. I tried it with a little bit of milk, had it with an American breakfast of bacon and eggs, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. And it's very smooth. It is not astringent. It is not harsh. There isn't really a coffee aftertaste. It's just a little bit of coffee flavoring in a tea. Now, the question is this worth buying? Well, I would say that it's a fun gift. It's awfully cute. You get these little boxes of the squares, and that's kind of nifty. It might make a cute gift for the holidays. And if you're trying to convert somebody to tea drinking and they're a coffee drinker, this might be a cute way of doing that. If you are a serious coffee lover, but you're really trying to stick with the leaf, again, this might be something that you can try in moments of great need. It's also an interesting experiment in tea flavoring. People who know me know that I'm a big advocate of clever tea flavoring, where we're not just adding flavors to mask the flavor of tea, but to actually combine the tea flavors with whatever flavoring agent we use. And I think this is an interesting example of that. Would I be drinking it every day? Probably not. But it is tasty, and I would say give it a try if you are interested in trying, well, a very interesting tea. All right? So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.